Thank you so much for your precious time here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. This isn't my opinion, this is what neuroscience shows. Most people think their thoughts and feelings come mainly from what's happening around them. Bad situation, bad feelings. Good situation equal good feelings. It feels ultimately logical. But neuroscience shows something more quiet and more human. What if I told you the outside situation often explains only a small slice of what you feel, maybe like 2%, and most of the emotional tone is already being shaped inside your body? Your brain is not just watching the world around you, it is constantly reading your body first. Deep inside your brain is checking things like stress hormones, energy levels, sleep pressure, immune signals, gut activity, breathing chemistry, blood sugar, nervous system tension. And only after reading that internal report that consists of so many signals, so many, your thoughts and feelings begin to form. Example number one is cortisol, the alert signal. Cortisol is released by your adrenal glands when the body senses stress. Its job is protection. When cortisol is higher, your brain becomes more sensitive to possible problems. So imagine this. Your boss sends a short message. If cortisol is calm, your brain might think, okay, normal. But if cortisol is elevated, the same message can feel ultimately crushing. And you also feel overwhelmed from so many other things. Same phone, same words, different body states. Example number two is serotonin, the emotional stabilizer. Serotonin helps regulate mood and emotional balance. When serotonin signaling is steady, the brain has more emotional cushioning. Small problems stay small, but when serotonin support drops, the brain becomes more sensitive. Now the same rainy day can feel heavier, flatter, more draining. And not just the day, your thoughts, your situations, what you're thinking about, how you feel inside can feel heavier, flatter, more draining. Nothing outside changed. The internal filter did. And fun fact most people don't know, a huge portion of serotonin is produced in the gut. Example 3 is dopamine, the forward energy signal. Dopamine is deeply involved in motivation and reward processing. It doesn't just create pleasure, it creates the feeling of move toward that. When dopamine is healthy, thoughts often sound like, I could try, let's start. When dopamine is depleted, too much effort, what's the point? I'm never going to be happy. My life is cooked, I'm wasting my whole life. The world didn't suddenly become hopeless. The brain's motivation signal just got quieter. Example 4, immune signals, the hidden mood shifter. When your immune system is active, we have also immune system of our feelings, but I talk about it in other videos. We are talking about immune system, not in your brain, but physical body. When your immune system is active, it sends chemical messages to the brain. This can quietly create low energy, so low energy thoughts that match that energy. Social withdrawal, heavier mood tone. Your body is temporarily prioritizing protection and repair. To your conscious mind, it can feel emotional, and those thoughts can feel overwhelming. Situations and people can feel overwhelming. Anything. But part of it is biological load. This whole field even has a name. It's called psychoneuroimmunology. Example 5 is breathing chemistry. Very underrated. Your brain constantly monitors oxygen and carbon dioxide in your blood. If you've been breathing fast and shallow for hours, your chemistry shifts. The brain can interpret this as subtle stress. Thoughts may become more anxious, more restless, harder to settle. Again, nothing changed outside. Outside, the situations are the same. Example 6. Blood sugar and energy. Your brain is extremely energy hungry. When blood sugar drops too low or too fast, the brain enters energy protection mode. Thoughts often become more irritable, more negative, more overwhelmed. Imagine some thoughts that feel that way. Many people think, I'm suddenly emotionally unstable. Suddenly, my life is crushing me. There's no escape. Sometimes it's as bizarrely simple as the brain being simply underfueled. So where does the real world fit? Your situation absolutely matters. And I never ever said that it doesn't matter. But most people think that only our situation matters and nothing else. So that's why I'm not talking about it that directly. Even though I mentioned many times it has around 2% control, which is still a lot. Your situation absolutely matters. But your brain never reads the world directly. It reads the world through the lived conditions of your body, no matter what situation happens in your life, no matter how exhausting or cruel, no matter how insanely hard or difficult your job can be. Before you have thoughts or feelings, before waking up to that job, it reads the world through the lived conditions of your body, through hormones, through nerves, through immune signals, through energy availability, and it same applies to so many things that can really bother your heart. your soul. The outside world is part of the story, but the body often sets most of the emotional tone first. I would call it quietly, automatically in the background. And I really want, and I really think it's important to explore our feelings and emotions because it's literally who we are, and from thoughts progress is made. Everything began with thoughts. And I think even though I sometimes or many times repeat certain parts, it's because we're trying to understand and trying to explore together something that wasn't understood before. So even though it might seem like I am delving back into the same thing, what I'm actually doing is that I'm trying to explore our feelings and thoughts the best way possible. So it's very interesting. For me, it's the most interesting. Our feelings and thoughts are the most interesting thing in the whole entire universe, and that's why I'm creating this content. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It really fulfills my soul that you've been here. Take care, especially take care. I wish you so much joy, strength, and resilience truly in this random world. Because yes, this world is cruel, unequal, full of injustice. But it's also really random. But that's for other video. Take care, especially take care. Feel free to hang out with me even more and explore our thoughts and feelings. Because we're not exploring our feelings and thoughts the same way in every video, even though it might seem like that. We are progressing and we are diving deeper, but we are exploring together, so that's why it can feel like stagnating. But we are progressing. Take care, especially take care, and I can't wait to catch you soon.